So why do entrepreneurs have daddy issues? I talked to more than 100 entrepreneurs at this point, and not everybody, but I noticed a common pattern that there is often still an unresolved conflict with their father, maybe 20 to 30%. And often their father has been either quite demanding, maybe he has even been a narcissist, or at least he has been quite overconfident. And also maybe you're those saying, no, I don't care about this anymore. But still, when you think about your father, or when you have conversations with him, or you're thinking about past conversations, maybe he's not alive anymore, you're still getting triggered. And you getting triggered means that you still do care. And again, maybe not everything fits right now what I'm saying here. I'm just saying it's a common pattern, a common theme that I've seen, and you just pick whatever fits right now. And now with entrepreneurs who showed this common pattern with their father, they are quite often hardworking, also successful. That of course correlates. And I wrote down actually a short list of things that I noticed. Those entrepreneurs are quite hard to themselves. They have a high drive to be successful. They have a high drive to do their own thing. High need for autonomy. And maybe even they know already also they want to prove their father wrong. And maybe they're even workaholics. And all of that sometimes also shows that their father still has a handle on them emotionally. Now, I want to explain this with a metaphor. When you're a child, you come into this world basically with a bowl that you're holding up to your parents. And this bowl wants to be filled with love and respect and patience and attention and all those things that good parents should do. And it's a birthright that this bowl is getting filled. But somehow during your childhood, this bowl didn't get filled properly because your dad was super demanding, very egocentric maybe. He didn't fill your bowl, but more filled his own. And he was like overconfident, maybe even narcissistic, maybe even trying to put you down. And this bowl didn't get filled. And it's painful. And you grow older and older and older. And now you're an adult. And you're still standing here with this bowl, holding it up. And expecting that maybe now, finally, your father will put in some attention and love and respect. And that's why you're still working so hard, trying to prove your father wrong, really wanting to do your own thing to prove that you're worthy. And you just actually, subconsciously, maybe not consciously, just want your father to say, hey, I'm proud of you. I think you're doing a really good job. I have quite some respect for what you're doing. But it's not happening. But this is also what partly drove you. So life is complex. It's not like this is the reason why you became an entrepreneur and became successful and do your thing. No, there's also a lot of positive motivation within you, a lot of drive, a lot of love for what you do. But partly, there's also this feeling of restlessness, this feeling of still, at some point I arrive, and maybe if I do this or that, then I will feel good enough. Because you're still standing there with this bowl expecting somebody else to fill it. And you haven't noticed that you're an adult and you yourself can fill that bowl right now. That's something that you're still missing, and your father hasn't really fully revealed his love to you, and that hurts on some level. Maybe you don't like your dad. You say, no, I don't like him. I don't expect anything from him anymore. Yeah, but that just shows that you're hurt and you have pain. And if we actually look behind that pain, actually there is this feeling of, I'm just a little kid and I just want to be loved. And if you're willing to work on that, and if you're resolving that, your entire motivation changes. You become easier on yourself. You work not because you have to, you don't feel restless, you more work out of love and compassion and passion for your business. And maybe at first, and this is also quite tricky, at first you will actually even lose a little bit motivation, because what drove you a lot was this finally need to arrive feeling, and now you arrived and you're like, okay, what's next? Like what is now my vision? What do I want? What do I really want? Then the next question arises and you need to build a new vision, because subconsciously you had a lot of drive, but that was not because you had a positive vision, maybe partly, but not fully. That was just because you were still haunted by this feeling of not being loved. Yeah. And again, I think that's a very positive thing. You came very far in life. You should be proud of yourself. And this gave you a lot of drive and motivation. And you gained so many skills and maybe even money. That's awesome. You can provide for your family later on, or maybe you do already right now. That's great. There's nothing really fully bad with that. The question is just, working this hard, is this the optimal solution? Or would there be also another strategy to feel like you arrived and you can find peace with yourself and your father? Yeah. Yeah, and the end goal is then that you're listening more to your own wisdom and not what you feel like your father expects you to do. If you want to work on that, there is a link below this video. You can sign up for a call with me personally. We can figure out whether we want to work together, and above all, how working together would look like. We build a custom strategy for you, how you can let go of that, how you can feel more at ease, feel more self-determined. And then afterwards, we can still decide whether working together sounds like and feels like a good idea. No strings attached. So again, everything you need to do is just sign up for a call and let's talk. Because again, YouTube is just a general platform where I shoot a video and talk to everyone. I talk big picture, what are common themes that I've seen. But in those calls, and also in this free call, we're going to work out a custom strategy, how this tangibly looks like for you, your personality, your situation, your needs, your skills, your strengths that we can use in the process to overcome that. And then it's getting interesting. And then we're also actually getting ahead and dissolving things, and you personally grow as a human being. So let's talk.